Well, hello. I was sitting here, noodling, waiting for the time to be exactly 7 p.m., and then I thought, just hit the button. What difference does it make? It's your show, Grace. Hit the button. I am so happy to be home. We drove to Tennessee on January 2nd, I think we left. And it's a funny thing about traveling, no matter how much I do it, and no matter how comfortable I am wherever I go, there's just something that, like, you're never fully at ease when you're traveling. And I never realized just how, like, tired and, like, on I am until we get home. And then this weird thing happens to me every time. I'm curious if this happens to other people, but I'll get home from traveling and I'll have all this energy and all these things I'm going to do. I have this huge burst of energy and I think I'm going to accomplish a lot of things the next day, and I never do. Never. It's always just a wash of a day. Anyway, I digress. I'm home. And we had an amazing trip. I'm going to talk about it all night. I'm like looking at my little pink Post-it note trying to decide what on earth to sing first for you. I guess I'm just gonna sing Wherever the Capo Goes. That's the song I'm gonna sing. Let me know you're here watching. Let me know if you have a song request. Keith, hello. Glad to see your name popping up. We're gonna see if I remember this song. Tired of living in a small town, in the woods by the sea. I do one tiny little thing and everybody knows me. So I smile at the man at the diner, I smile at the lady downtown. I do one tiny little thing and word gets around. Sometimes I go drinking, I never go too far. No, I'm not thinking when I get back in my car. I breathe in deep and lustful, I breathe in 'cause it's good. I breathe in 'cause it's legal and I think everybody should. I know that's just the way it goes. I know, 'cause whether you're up or down, word gets around, word gets around. Tired of living in a small town, in the woods by the sea. I do one tiny little thing and everybody knows me. So I smile at the man at the diner and I smile at the lady downtown. I do one tiny little thing and word gets around. Heather and Michelle in Vermont. Hi! It's probably colder in Vermont than it is here. It started snowing yesterday, and it was just the most beautiful thing. And I just haven't felt snow in a year. And I was dropping my son off at daycare this morning. It was like a slushy snow, not a we can go out and play in this snow. And I said to my son, ew, it's an yucky day. And he says, no, Mama, it's Christmas. So sweet and innocent. And I thought, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the snow. Is it snowing in Vermont? Is there snow on the ground? Curious. Keith, hey, it's totally fine if you can't stay the whole time. You're like one of the most consistent viewers. And Keith is saying he's either got nothing going on or 6 things at once. I feel you, man. Oh my gosh. I just got a delivery. This is like an episode of Blue's Clues. We just got a delivery. My delivery was a pineapple upside down cake martini. So cheers, y'all. So I just got back from Nashville where Betsy Sickens is here, guys. Betsy is almost single-handedly responsible for getting me into this world of Nashville songwriting and trying to get a publishing deal. Betsy. Yeah, so Heather was saying there's a little snow on the ground in Vermont, and it was sleeting today. That is what it was doing here, was sleeting. So I kind of kept the fire going all day and did my work there. So yeah, I was in Nashville writing, and what's wild to my brain is that everybody that I wrote with this week has either had a #1 hit or has a publishing deal. And a year ago, I just set this intention that in a year I was going to be doing that. I was going to be writing with hit songwriters in Nashville. So it was just wild to me that that happened. And then it made my brain go, holy smokes, that whole thing, what do they call it? Manifesting. Manifesting is real. You can actually do that. You can manifest your own reality. It is wild. If this reverb, if the echo on my voice when I speak is really off-putting, let me know. I can take the extra step to turn it down. So I have a brand new song from the week that I want to share while I know Betsy is hanging here. So I wrote this with Victoria Vanier and Steve Dean. We met at the Gatlinburg Songwriter Festival. They're amazing. And Steve wrote Roundabout Way, which is a George Strait song. Oh, I still miss her in a roundabout way. And I was especially nervous before that writing session, mostly because when you are the youngest, the junior most writer in a room, it's like this unspoken thing, I think, that you're supposed to show up with the idea. And the idea being ooh, I have this title we can write, or, something about the hook, which is the hardest part. But I was really excited for this one because this was my idea that we wrote. It's not, the title was the idea. And Nancy, hello, Nancy. We were just talking about the way the world treats, I want to say women, I think it's everybody, but maybe disproportionately women in terms of what we're supposed to look like and accomplish and be. And social media is such a huge part of that. And I had this moment on our trip. My husband was driving, so I'm just sitting in the passenger seat on my phone. And there was one moment where I was scrolling through Facebook, and I thought to myself, why am I doing this? And then I couldn't stop. And it just kind of Keith, sober, you got it. I will do that tonight. Maybe right after this song. But it just got me to thinking how addictive these little devices are. Not only are they addictive, but they're full of toxic things for her brain. So that was the jumping off point for this song. It's called I Know a Girl. She bites her nails when she gets anxious. Sometimes her temper gets away. She's insecure, she's temperamental. Sometimes she still forgets to pray. When she looks into the mirror, she sees every new fine line. Lately she's been drinking too much wine. I know a girl, and she's a lot like me. I know a girl, and her beauty is just something she can't see. I know a girl surviving this world who doesn't know she's already a pearl. I know a girl, when she wakes up in the morning and she needs to feel the rush, takes her phone and gets to scrolling, looks for likes to feel the love. Every day she posts a picture just to see what people say. No matter how hard she tries, she can't put it away. I know a girl, and she's a lot like me. I know a girl, and her beauty is just something she can't see. I know a girl surviving this world who doesn't know she's already a pearl. I know a girl. Ooh, she got a heart of gold. Ooh, and a beautiful soul, but she doesn't know. I know a girl, and she's a lot like me. I know a girl, and her beauty is just something she can't see. I know a girl surviving this world who doesn't know she's already a pearl. Oh, I know a girl. And that was the debut. Oh, I'm so glad you liked that. Thank you, thank you. Emma is here. Emma loves country music. Emma, have you heard Lainey Wilson? My friend Victoria turned me on to Lainey Wilson, and holy smokes, what a songwriter. Everybody needs to check out Lainey Wilson. Janet, hello. Thanks, Aunt Nancy and Veronica. I'm just like, I'm going to share another new one. That's what I'm going to do. My other new favorite song to sing. Okay, Emma knows Lainey Wilson. Yeah. So, Emma, I have a job for you if you're up for it, because right now, I'm just going to put this intention out there publicly. I haven't maybe said this to the world, but I am trying to get a publishing deal. That's what I'm trying to do. And if you don't know what that is, a publishing deal is like a 9-to-5 job where you just write songs, and the publisher is the one who tries to get your songs recorded by artists like Carrie Underwood. And it is super competitive, and you have to be creative every single day. But it just, it just feels right when I'm doing that. So, okay, there it is, world. I've put it out there. Now I gotta do it. I'm sorry, I want this thing to be in tune when I play this next song. And just also want to mention to you that, hey, I have a new album coming out at the end of March, and I need to raise about $5,000 to finish it. I have to master it. It has to get made. And then any extra money is going to go into promoting it. So if you like what I do, please consider donating to the tip jar, or you can buy some merch. That helps too. I have 2 purple beanies, which are great for wintry weather. And look at this. I should have planned better and had it here, but I have 2 mugs left too. I have this one raspberry one, and I have one blueberry one left. So, yeah, there we are, manifesting. This song I wrote with my friend Jackson Emmer, who is one of my absolute favorite singer-songwriters. He's just a killer performer. If you like Americana music, if you like outlaw country, like Willie Nelson type stuff, Johnny Cash, you'll love Jackson Emmer. He's so cool. We wrote this song about being married, not being married to each other, but just like marriage in general. And he had the title idea for this one, which is Put the Ring On Every Day. And I had just had a therapy session. And my therapist had said to me, you know that your partner, your life partner, is the most difficult relationship you have because that person gets everything, like your goods and your bads, they have to hear all of it. And it's really hard. And every day you have to make a choice to keep working at it. And that's what inspired this one. Put the ring on every day. Promise kept, a promise made. Stood in front of everyone, so innocent when we begun. Now look how far we've come. Half the bills are overdue. Drowning here in debt with you. Some days we're treading endlessly. I'm so glad it's you with me. Put the ring on every day. Some days we're boxers in the ring. Some days you're Swayze dirty dancing. Some days life leaves you on the floor. Some days you're begging me for more. It gets easier, they say. It doesn't always feel that way. Just put the ring on every day. A special date for groceries. Milk and apples, bread and cheese. And as we're standing in the line, it's always you catching my eye. And you don't even have to try. I'll put the ring on every day. I can't help but wonder where I'd be if I'd let you get away. Driving down the highway till the darkness comes, singing to myself just to hear someone say it'll be okay. Some days we're boxers in the ring. Some days you're Swayze dirty dancing. Some days life leaves you on the floor. Some days you're begging me for more. It gets easier, they say. It doesn't always feel that way. Just put the ring on every day. When my hips don't work no more, and there's a shoehorn by the door, my knuckles scream and swell and sing. Pull the band off with a string. You're still my more than everything, and I'll find a different way to put the ring on every day. Keith, I am so glad that you love that song. I do too. I think that I know that it's a good song because when I'm singing it, I get pumped up. Like there's these moments, I think in that one it's the bridge, the I can't help but wonder where I'd be, just gets me pumped up. And then I'm like, okay, that's a good song there. So Secret. Holly Boucher, hello, you are awesome. Oh, Holly was a student of mine and is now a music teacher, and I'm gonna cry. You may or may not know this about me, but for 15-ish years, I taught private music lessons to about 65 kids a week. And those were such beautiful days. And it's funny, like, how many people in your life do you see one-on-one every single week? As a kid, having an adult like that. So it's a really special relationship that is formed. And like, those kids were my friends, and I miss teaching so much. I'm so glad to see your name, Holly. So I'm going to sing a song about my hometown. It's not my husband's favorite song, and here's why. He kind of inspired it. Calling you out here, Scott. Oh, by the way, I just realized, usually I try to like doll up a tiny bit before I live stream, but the first thing I had to do today was I had my private Pilates reformer class, which is maybe the bougiest thing I've ever said in my life, and I put my hair up in this stupid, like, I'm a millennial bun. I think that's the thing, and I didn't take it down, and like, I just was working a lot today, and I didn't have any time to change, and then I had a dentist appointment, which was a surprise to me, because my husband couldn't take his, so I took his appointment. I hadn't planned on being seen publicly today, and I'm wearing, like, I probably shouldn't show you, but like yellow sweatpants and Rugrat socks and this rainbow shirt, and I had totally forgotten what I even looked like this whole thing with my snow boots on, and I sat down in the chair, and the hygienist said to me, wow, you have like a Punky Brewster thing going on. I appreciated the Punky Brewster reference, but like, maybe I should have put on normal pants. Oh well, stay lovey, keeping it real. My point was, this is a song about my hometown, which I was thinking about today, kind of. Hear me out. This might be like a hot button issue I shouldn't dip my toe into. But I am really, really captivated by this whole Harry and Meghan taking down the monarchy thing. You could totally put your thoughts in the comments. I'm not so married to my opinion that I want to fight with anybody about it. Aunt Nancy said I look pretty no matter what, and that's really sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just like super into this Harry and Meghan thing. And I think the biggest thing for me is like, what snobs? Like you kind of assume that the monarchy, that these people are snobs, but now we're like really hearing it. And I feel like there's a lot of snobbery surrounding opinions about my hometown. It is the gateway to Cape Cod. It's not technically on Cape Cod, but it's more Cape Cod than Boston. And I swear to you, whenever I say that I'm from Cape Cod, I get called out. They're like, no, you're from Wareham. But Wareham has the most miles of coastline of any town in Massachusetts. So what we lack in money, we make up for in like things money can't buy. Well, I guess money can buy that. But anyway, maybe I'm thinking too much because I have a lot of alone time. But anyway, I'm going to sing my Saltwater Country song, I think. I don't see the lyrics here. You know what? I'll sing it without the lyrics and cross my fingers. Aunt Nancy, I have spare on my bookshelf. Ain't got a good reputation, ain't had one for a while. It don't make sense to me, everybody walks by with a smile. We are the salt of the earth, we are as real as the smile on your face. When you finally give up on the traffic on the bridge to the Cape. Hey little sister, oh, you're coming out with me. Bank account full of nothing and nowhere I gotta be. Got a quarter in a blanket and a ring on my toe. Let's hide out a little harbor, ain't nobody gotta know you're with me. The saltwater country. We like tradition, we like everything as it once was. Sometimes we go to Walmart and we walk around just because. The cracks in the sidewalk have been there since my mama was young. It reminds her of summer and her dreams and the songs that she sung. Hey, little sister, are you coming out with me? Bank account full of nothing, ain't where I gotta be. A cooler and a blanket and a ring on my toe. Outside out in Little Harbor, ain't nobody gotta know you're with me. In saltwater country. Thank you, Gene. The long forgotten brother and the rich man's son. The girl who needed nothing but her face in the sun. The center of town, our grandfather's names are etched in stone. We can't leave the town that made us, except for maybe Gina Davis. We used to make nails, now we are the scapegoat for the drugs in the night. We're rich in coastline of Victorian paradise. They can't see the beauty, hell, that's their burden to bear. More for you and me, 'cause we ain't going anywhere. Hey, little sister, are you coming out with me? Bank account full of nothing, ain't nowhere I gotta be. Got a cooler and a blanket and a ring on my toe. Let's hide out in Little Harbor, ain't nobody gotta know you're with me. In saltwater country, saltwater country. I feel like it would be so fun to play that song with a full band. Let's just go ahead and manifest that too. Within the next year, I'm going to play that song with a band. Boom. Let's make it happen. Oh, I'm so lucky. If you weren't here earlier, my husband is somewhat of a mixologist and created for me this pineapple upside down cake martini, which is a little precarious because the last time I had a martini on a live stream, it got knocked over onto all of my gear. So let's hope that doesn't happen tonight. We had a request. The royal we. Speaking of, Keith earlier requested Sober, so I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play it because Keith requested it, but I think, to me anyway, the message of this song is a bit connected to the new one I shared earlier, the I Know a Girl. This is a song I wrote about my loved one struggling through an eating disorder, which is maybe the most hellish thing I've ever witnessed. And our culture is just, as hard as it is, alcoholics have to see alcohol everywhere. Like, alcohol is so much part of our culture, right? It's really hard to turn that off. Food, more so. And, like, body image messaging is inescapable. And it's just recovering from any sort of addiction is hard. And this song could be applicable for any of those things, but I've decided that my soapbox is talking about, being kinder to one another in terms of what we look like. It's so easy. The easy thing is to compliment someone's body. We notice they lost weight and we compliment it without questioning in our minds, like, there are many reasons people lose weight and they're not all good. So I'm trying to myself do this and encourage others to, if you want to compliment someone and you're about to make a body compliment, see if you can't find something else, because there are so many other layers to us as humans. And if you're struggling, you can get better, which is the message of this song. Walking ghost, you lay down slow, too gone to know your bones. glow. Everybody knows that you are fading, looking at a gravestone, contemplating. One small step and it's all over. I hope you know that you can get sober. Silent sleep, your dreams skin deep, bleeding love, too cold to touch. Everybody knows that you're not ready. I'll hold your hand, baby, slow and steady. One small step and it's all over. I hope you know that you can get sober. Don't want to write it down, the thoughts that steal your crown. 'Cause everybody knows that you are fading, looking at a gravestone, contemplating. One small step and it's all over. I hope you know that you can get sober. Thank you, Lucy and Holly. I don't often perform that one in a concert setting, but I got the chance to perform with Chris Matthews. If you're not familiar with Chris Matthews, it's Crys Matthews. She's amazing. She is a folk singer-songwriter, but she's somebody who I really look up to. Nick has requested The Wind That Shakes the Barley. Holy smokes. Let me see if my assistant can get me the lyrics, and I will happily try to play the song that I haven't sung in 10 years for you. Okay. So, what was I talking about? I get excited that Nick requested that one. So Chris Matthews and her partner Heather May are both singer-songwriters, and they sing about topics that I've always been afraid of, but they're singing about things that they truly believe in, like loving your body and body positivity and any sort of social justice things. They just take head on, and I think it's really inspiring. Because I, in my personal life, and here, am not one who likes to ruffle feathers. I would say I am the antithesis of a feather ruffler. Sometimes they need to be ruffled, though, you know? All right, well, I await the lyrics to The Wind That Shakes the Barley. I'm gonna sing the title track for my upcoming record. So this puppy's coming out the end of March, and I need to raise, as I mentioned earlier, about $5,000 to get it mastered and physical copies made. So if you'd like to support my music, you can contribute to the tip jar. I even pointed at it without aiming. Look at that. You can buy merch on my website, and if you don't have the financial capacity to support in that way, joining my mailing list helps. Following and all my social media stuff helps too. So this song was kind of the jumping off point for the new album. My great-grandma's chair is still standing, dusty thing but proud. Her piano strings still singing but loud. 100 years living, and it still wants more. Maybe modern hearts aren't meant to last. We just hold until we're past the painted rings, and we're all just broken things. It's my grandpa's old jalopy. You still can't turn it on. Out the door and down the road, can't stop us once we're gone. 100 years living, and it still wants more. Maybe modern hearts aren't meant to last. We just hold until we're past the painted rings, and we're all just broken things. Thought I was tough wearing an old punk rock t-shirt. Thought I was tough till I knew what it meant to hurt. My granddad stood there stoic as a wall. I wonder if he felt pain at all. Well, of course he did. He was just a little kid back when we don't talk about it. This old house has seen its share of hearts broke on the floor. It will be here after I'm gone, opening its doors. Maybe modern hearts aren't meant to last. We just hold until we're past the painted rings. Yeah, we're all just broken things. Nick, I believe those lyrics are en route. Hold on, I'm just making sure. There we go. I don't know why I was doing a weird voice, but there we go. So once again, if you're just tuning in, I've got a record coming out at the end of March that I still need to raise about $5,000 to master and print and promote. So if you like what I'm doing, please consider donating to the tip jar in any amount. I appreciate it. While I await these historical lyrics, I was just thinking about when my son was a baby. And, oh, Phyllis, thank you. You're going to make me cry. Thank you. When he was a baby, I wanted to, like, through osmosis, inject this love of traditional music into his brain. So I used to sing to him, I don't know if y'all would know this, but it's like, oh, believe me, if all those endearing young charms. It's a traditional Irish song. It's the fiddle thing. There's a little fiddle tune at the beginning of Come On, Eileen. It's that song. I used to sing that one and Molly Malone and all these other songs, and my son has just, like, attached himself to Molly Malone because somebody dies in it and there's a ghost. And he is obsessed with those things. But The Wind That Shakes the Barley, what another great song I could share with him. That all these Irish songs are depressing. Holly, this song, me covering this song, dates back to the beginning of our friendship, when we used to do the Elvid's Basic Piano Method. All right, I haven't sung this in such a long time. Here's what I remember. Capo 4. So if you've been with me for the past 12-ish years, you might remember that I worked at a Renaissance fair, and I had a folk band. Core memory. I love that. Love that. Oh, Jenna, thank you. Thank you for being here. I want everyone to know this is an experiment I'm about to do. Yes, Nick knows. So I used to work at King Richard's Fair. It's a Renaissance fair. And although I've been playing music since I was tiny, it was at the Renaissance fair that I first fell in love with story songs and traditional music. And my band, Grace Morrison and the RSO, you can still find it on streaming platforms, covered this. And I haven't done this in a long time, so let's find out. Let's see what happens.